All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Charlie, and I am here with Graydon and Emerson. And it is month 23. It's been a great month. Babies are growing every day, if not physically, then mentally. And it's 23rd month. We've been developing, and so we wanted to have a book club, and the babies are going to order some of the books they've read. Yeah, book. Can you say book? Can you say book? Not bad. They mumble a bit. So one of the first books they had growing up was Baby Touch and Feel Animals. Each page has some poorly done texture of what the animals are doing. So there's a chimpanzee with black hair. There's kind of like a shiny grass texture. This was one of the few they would pay attention to as a kid. They didn't get into books. Like, I would read them and they would like barely tolerate it. They'd rather sit there and do nothing and just look at stuff. But lately they've been really into books. What's that? What is that? Especially anything with an animal. But they'll still pull out every once in a while. So Baby Touch and Feel Animals. Good for an infant to newborn to 1 year old, and then they'll keep it around by then. This was a weird one. We got this. They're door hangers that say I'm busy or I'm sleeping, because you know how much kids need to use a door hanger to tell you not to come in. But it's like a 4-page book, and when she first got it, Emerson was obsessed with that. She had to have it in the car with her so she wouldn't scream. And just looking at the pictures, we never hung it on a door. We would hang it on their gate sometimes. But that was pretty good. She's less interested in it now, but it's still fun. I think the shape is really fun for them. And I bought this set of 4, so that's kind of cool. So I'm not even sure what the title is, because it just says I'm busy or I'm sleeping. It's a little bear door hanger book, and we have 4 of them. So that's pretty good. A newer one, my wife made a big investment in these. There's 2 of these. You Must Never Touch a Dinosaur, and then there's one about general animals. Each page has like a texture on it. And the thing we do is touch it. Ow! Touch it. So they flip through and they'll make the noises. So they're like that. Exactly. So he's touching each of the pages where it has the texture and then pretend like it's biting him or something. So that's fun. And that's more of a recent book. They're into that one. Thank you. Next up, we have One Grumpy Bruce. I don't know if we bought this new or we got it from someone. They're into it, like animals they're into. They will rarely pull that one out to be read to, but they don't usually like say like stop reading it. What's cool is after you read them a book, they'll want it, and then they'll go through the pages themselves, like kind of registering it. So that's neat. This is one I bought from a yard sale or a used place. It's Me Love Cookies. They've never loved this book, but the hands, they've liked that. This is one of the first books that was like, I'm going to read this. We're going to read this every day. And then eventually they started getting into it. So this was like one of their first like page turners that they actually looked forward to. So he's looking for cookies, and then like this one's like she has vegetables which are awful, no cookies. So he's got to like scratch his head or something and think of where he can find cookies, and then I have him scratch their head, and then I'll like take her hand and have her scratch Cookie Monster's head. So they get into it. Who's this? Who's that? She's saying Cook. Cookie Monster. As everyone under the age of 8, Baby Shark plays a big part of our lives. So we got this book. I think it might have been a gift, but it plays, unlike the books, oh, chill. Here. Unlike the books where it just plays one noise when you press the button, which I like, this one plays the entire song. So I don't know if it shuts off. So this will be a minute. Oh, we shut it off. It's going to get flagged on YouTube now. Oh, you can shut it off. Cool. So yeah, it's an annoying book, but we'll go through all 10 songs, which are like 30 seconds each. And it's less of a book than something for them to listen to. And I'll tap on which one's singing, like Baby Shark or Daddy Shark. So it's kind of neat. There you go. One that they've never, and this is funny because Jenna just mentioned this to me. Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel. Like there's some kids who are trained kids, and maybe it's because he's never seen one in real life. Just the kids don't like this book. Like I have to like really be cuddling them. And I think it's mostly if there's no animals, not interested. If there's animals, we'll stick with you. But so that's one I'm gonna keep trying. I'll do that one like once a week. Try to get some connection there. But yeah. And so the format of books, like this is probably the best book like format because the pages are hard. It's the perfect size, so not too small like the Hanger book, but not too big like we have another version of a book coming up that's too big. The pages aren't paper, so they won't rip them. There's no like things that they can hook their hand in and rip. And the spine doesn't really, well, I guess it does disconnect a little bit, but the spine's really strong. So favorite kind of book. Next up, this is probably one of Emerson's favorites, The Pout Pout Fish. This is a good message. It's like, just don't be a little turd. And nobody's built to be disappointed and like angry all the time. And I feel like I was a pout pout fish a little bit growing up. And the message is really good because if you want to change someone's personality, just don't ask them questions, just kiss them on the mouth. And then they become a kiss fish. And they spread cheery cheeries instead of dreary rearies all over the place. So it's fun. It's got fish. The illustrations are really good. I think we need a hard page cover of it version of this. And this might be the best book we got. It's The Hungry Caterpillar. And we have a couple offshoots, one with buttons you can press about the animals and that sort of thing. He doesn't like this one as much as the big one, but I brought that one so he didn't rip pages. So Hungry Caterpillar's big. So all these are winners aside from the steam shovel. And I think we've kind of outgrown the baby things, but sometimes when they're tired, they just want to feel something. So if they can feel the chimp, it's pretty good. So I probably mentioned it before. When first year, just they were not into books. And it was that and just, I did not like reading to my nephews. And maybe it's just because I didn't like them, or maybe it's because there's too many words on the page, but I enjoy reading to my kids. And it's fun when they bring you a book. And they'll want you to read it to you multiple times, and they'll read it on their own. When they go to my sister's house, Auntie Ruth and Uncle Steve. Can you say Auntie Ruth? Not bad. Can you say Uncle Steve? Better. They read them these soft books, and also there's Wheels on the Bus and It's a Bitsy Spider, and they just love those. So I'm glad I got some readers. I always liked reading growing up, and it's much more comforting than putting a TV in front of them, which this kid's obsessed with TV. But we typically only do that on the weekends, and this is really good. Helps calm them down, keeps them engaged. It's just fun to hold them when at this age they don't want to be held all the time. And it's cool when they retain stuff, or they'll just start reading off pages out of nowhere, like in the car or something. Strawberry. So that's books. This is month 23. Join us next month for our 2-year spectacular. No expense will be spared. And I will leave you. It's time for us to eat because I've totally confused them playing books on these things because this is where they eat, not where they play. And I've probably done unknown damage to them. No. I will end this by saying thank you, Spencer, for not biting any babies this month. I can't say the same for Graydon, and thank you for watching.